Hello. Nice here. I also see in sky. Kind of feeling Water Island. I don't have any particular reason for going there. I don't think it's related to the mystery of why I haven't been able to figure out the cape. Just, yeah, I feel like doing some Water Island. It is the kind I have the least gems in. All right. Oh, it turns out gems don't exist. Oh, there's one up there. Okay. There are a couple elementals. What do I think I need to get through here? Well, if I could just push this box to the right, we'd be done. Oh, that sure reset me all the way back to the start of the room. All right, let's bring an elemental over because we probably want them. Let's see, so I mean, I can pretty easily get a box in the hole. Problem is, this box is still in my way. Like I need something to collide with the box. Well, it's... Oops. Direct... Oh, wait. I can't push you up because then you're pinned. I push you down either. This one can only be used to solve this puzzle over here. Out of curiosity. Okay, I can ring those while I'm swimming. If I just... Let's just get the star, because I know how to get the star. And then... Turns out it's just free. And we're like, oh no, I'm trapped forever, except, you know, you just reset. We have the star still. Oops. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think I can get this second elemental out of this area. Because either way, you're either trying to go around this corner, which doesn't really work, or you pin them against the top. There are only 2 exits to this area. So I have to do whatever I'm gonna do over here with 1 elemental, at most. And 0 elementals at minimum, I guess. Can I get this box, though? Does it help me to have this box? Okay, interesting interactions. What if I hadn't stopped that box in front of the current, though, and I pushed it into the other current while this box was here? Do they destroy each other? No? But that was rather interesting. If only I hadn't already filled in the hole with the elemental. It turns out this is a puzzle where you don't want the elementals at all, and you just need to figure out how boxes interact when they... Actually, I guess I could have used the elemental instead of this box and done the exact same thing. Whatever. Fine. Gem obtained. Where else are there gems? Well, there are 2 stars over there. Gem there. I guess the mini islands must still have some water gems. Because according to the achievements, you can get 12 of each gem type. And according to this island, there's only 1 more gem. 9 plus 1 is notably not 12. I mean, I could be trying to do more, E things or star things, but the gems seem like a more interesting collectible to me at the moment. Probably because there are fewer of them left in the game. Because assuming they're exactly 12, there would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I feel like I'm close. I feel like I need to enter from up there to have any hope of solving this one. I need to go through the purple portal, so I probably need the water level raised. And since I need to come from the lower screen, this screen would have reset. So the water elementals float, huh? So I couldn't have done any pre-arranging of this screen. Well, if I could jump over holes, we'd be done. I can push boxes across the lily pads and they float. Yeah, we don't need the cape. Alright. Now, do I want to continue pursuing the idea of water gems, or continue pursuing the idea of getting things on the water island? Oh, well. I can get this key easily. That's neat. Oh. Can't ever get behind that plant without the water level raised. I don't know, I want to just swim over there while the stuff is up. Because I don't think I've ever been in this part of the level. Maybe there's a waterfall secret. Oh, isn't. Feels unusual. You say so. I saw like whirlpools or something off to the left just a moment ago when I was picking up the key. Was it when the water was down, actually? Oh yeah, because I was picking up the key with the water level down. Because the key was down. That makes sense. So I imagine if I could get in there... There are probably like warps between each other because that's all swimmable water. And then the third one probably leads elsewhere, like into some sort of secret. But I don't know anything about interactions with bushes. I don't have any ideas in particular. I thought they were solid walls. Yeah, let's move on before I waste time staring at it. What do we got here? We got a star behind some switches. We got a green block. I need to raise the water level if I want to get across that bridge. Okay. I mean, this feels like a fairly easy thing I can do to get in a bit more. Gotta ring the bell, then I could deal with this arrow block and deal with that other arrow block. Why would I ever need these arrow blocks dealt with, though? Oh, because the bell can be rung from the left. Except if you've managed to ring the bell from the left, it looks like you've still gotten through to the star, because the current's one way. If I had something on this, I'd get access to that other elemental. I like the idea of having more water blocks. I wonder if the elemental would have held that down anyway. Probably. Wait a minute. Now that... Wait, that's the purple switch. I needed to use this block for one of the switches once I held down whatever switch dealt with that first peg. And then I would have an extra water elemental for, oops. Actually, making a current in the bottom to get over the spikes. Okay, so at this moment, I still want a water block. But this water block for here. Then you need to use this actual box. Hope they float. They don't. Okay. So I actually... need to rewind the puzzle more. Wait. It seems like I need to get a water block. So therefore I need to exchange these somehow, but I've clearly pinned the water block against the right edge here. Oh, also there's the problem of it joining currents. Let's see, if I do this and then this, I can actually manage to push this up. Okay, the puzzle is solved. Just needed to work out that I needed to use the space to the left in order to make the exchange, which honestly isn't that much of a puzzle. I just didn't see it at first. And now for whatever reason, I can deal with these arrows, but can't imagine why I'd ever need to pass through these spaces again. Not like a music note, is there? I don't see one. Because yeah, if I'm coming from the left, I ride the current, and then I have access to any exit I want without going through here. If I come from... I guess if I come from the... Yeah, if I wanted to go left of here, walking through the arrows is most convenient. Because if you come through here, you still have to solve the puzzle of this peg, and, you know, a little bothersome. Okay, I've already played the instrument here. Oh yeah, so I definitely wasn't going to find a hidden music note, huh? I've already got them. Alright, what's going on here? I don't see how that helps me, but it's a thing I can do. But you can already climb up on these from the water and walk across if you have the flippers. I think I need to use this block. There. I need to enter the screen from here. Often just a little surprised that you can push while swimming. It just feels like a thing you shouldn't be allowed to do. Okay. Start up there. We've got 2 boxes and 2 elementals. Oh. But I can't push the boxes. Nor can I even copy them. Oh, there's no button on this screen, though. So it does seem like I need to start out with the water level high. I guess just use the elementals. without copying a box. Oh. Sort of depth perception failure there. Alright. I don't think anything will go wrong as I'm trying to push this one across the first one. Yeah, we're fine. Star obtained. Alright. No secret frog passage there. There's a secret passage here, though. Not much of a secret, but it was a visible walkway that I hadn't taken before. And now, if I lower the water, that arrow block has been dealt with, so I can ring the bell and deal with the other one. Which next time I have the water level raised means I can probably go down and get that star. Well, let's look at this first. I need to ring a bell. If I just use the water elementals in the holes, then I will not be able to swim back. Because water, well, I'll just demonstrate. Yeah, the water disappears once you've swum across. It's like though I can just get one box over here. Get the other water elemental out of the way. Copy one box. We're just done. Maybe there's a way to solve this puzzle without the flippers, and it would be way harder. Actually, I feel like looking into that briefly. Okay, so imagine I couldn't cross water. I would not have been able to make the push here. Trying to think of how I would get around that. So the boxes would only be able to go across on the top or the bottom. I think, yeah, it wouldn't help to push just one corner in. If I go across the top, I need to use both. If I go across the bottom, the pin is more awkward. Let's see, if I'm over here, there was no other way in here. So if I push this water elemental in, I lose it forever. I push this elemental here, the only place it can go is the hole. It can't copy anything first anymore because there's no way to push it in another direction than up. No. Then use this. Maybe? Huh. I was thinking, I do have one extra resource, because I didn't use both elementals last time. Yeah, actually, you don't need to walk in the water at all. You can push everything up. My old solution even worked. Like, the only thing I needed to change was the direction I pushed to the elemental once I had it copying the box. Anyway, where else has stuff here? Not the top two rows. Yeah, let's get that star I pointed out that I could get. Where's a water up button? Those are on the map. No, but I don't think the one here affects this part of the map. I think I need the button that's up here. Alright, we're doing good on time. Just had a look. Alright, now that the arrow blocks are dealt with, I can swim through here. Star acquired. On-screen left has some stuff. Alright, this does not look like a puzzle I've seriously tried. There's a star just chilling down there. Feels like I might actually need the cape there, on account of there isn't really much to do with those 6 tiles and no objects besides a star, a hole, and a bush. But what have we got up here? I want to get the key. Seems like that would require pushing 2 in there. Actually, no. How would I do this? Because the current up there faces away. I can't cross these spikes. But also they don't join up with the current until I push them in. It's like here, it doesn't become an up current. I once did something clever with these, but that wasn't it. That pins a whole lot of stuff together. Guess I can use one of these. Seeing like where I can possibly get. Right, if I already have... Oh. Right, you have to fill in the hole first. And I have 2 elementals. That will surely help. I can just push these across the water. So if this already has a block on it, then the current will divert to the right. And then I actually will be able to form the type of current I want. Oop, almost left the room on accident. Yeah, oh, but I'm 1 short. I guess I need to make use of that box. But if I push it into water, it sinks and I can't push it anymore. And there's kind of a wall here, because I also can't get around this corner. I used every water block in this chain here. Let's reset the puzzle. Okay, you just sink if you copy while you're already in the water. That makes sense. I can get the block over here at the cost of 1 elemental. But then I'm just kind of in the same situation I was before. I'm gonna have 1 too few object. I mean, I can have this copy that before I push... Dude, the first thing I push into the hole has to be this water block, doesn't it? That I can't get leverage to push up on anything else until that's out of the way. I can't push it sideways. I don't have a way to start my current higher. I was wondering if I could, like, avoid the block where I'm standing now. Also, wait, I needed this block to be the starting one, that I could already merge with this block before I push anything through these spikes, so that I could actually keep going. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, because I've already wasted an object. Yeah, we did this before. That's what allowed the current to vert right. Did kind of spend 2 objects on that hole, but... Who's that? Oh, wait a minute. No, this is just the solution. I forgot about the fact that, I don't actually care whether there's current right here on this block where I'm standing. I only put current there because I was trying to make the current go all the way to the key. It's actually simple, just do everything as before. Same as it ever was. Okay. I solved it. Have I ever, like, put effort into that one before? I hope not. I was like, wait a minute, I could just push this onto the spikes and it'll merge with the current. Okay, what do we got? I can push the water elementals around before I raise or lower the water, because the water started out up. I cannot push the boxes around though. But I think ideally, I get the water elementals into positions where they can copy the boxes, so that I can fill in the holes with something I can go back across twice. Or rather, I can go across once and then a second time. Push that across there. How would I get a second one in, though? Because they have this raised platform here, specifically to prevent you from just copying that box there, pushing down, copying again, and then pushing both down. I can't push through the raised platform. The star here, but it seems trivial to get. Let's just get the star first. Dun, dun. Oh, there's a current there. Also, I depth perceptioned wrong. Turns out you need this guy here. Rather, I misread the elevation. Because of course, it shifts it down a little when it sinks. But also, I'm kind of trapped here once I press the switch. What would help me actually get into the puzzle proper with the water lowered, besides just starting over there? Nothing I can think of. Wait, that star at the bottom is just free? Why have I not gotten it before? Oh. How was the bell rung? Does it just act wrong if you enter the room with the water? No? Could I... Can't ring it from here. What happened? I'm very confused at why the bell wasn't in place once. Anyway, it seems like pushing the switch and then doing stuff is not on the table. So whatever happens has to happen from the initial configuration. Or rather, from already having it lowered. Yep. That does allow me to get in here. That's a little interesting. Huh. I have one more object than I need. It's actually a little inconvenient that there's a water elemental right there. I guess just push a water elemental into a hole to get rid of it. Copy the box again. Now take advantage of the fact that I can get through these warps. Push the box out. Okay. I observed the warps were useful and I made use of them. Now let's reset the room. I could get this elemental through the warps as well. Then I would be able to fill in that hole next to the star. But too bad that's difficult, so who knows how long we'll spend on that one. Okay, so the only problem left is how to ring the bell. Apparently sometimes it rings itself, but probably only when the water starts in a configuration where it doesn't matter that it's rung itself. I'm going to assume that there's no way to make useful use of that glitch. Let's see, if I could just get the box down without accidentally teleporting as I walk around it, I could fill in one hole. That doesn't do a lot because that's a bell, not a collectible. Just getting across once doesn't do anything. Possible to like copy a box right in that position and then like get around, push the box back to the left? I don't think it is. The box would need to become, would need to be able to come down, I think, like any chance I can get one of these guys out in box form, push them all the way down here, copy the box here, and then push it back after pushing the box up? I think that's pretty viable. Oh, unfortunately, since I've used the first box here, I can't get through the warps anymore. And I can't get two elementals down here, so it's not like I can use the first box just to get the warp zone open. Like, imagining the warp zone was open, I could just get some elementals out of the way, and then push the actual box along here, and then down here. And then, yeah, the rest of the puzzle would be solved, as explained before. So, how do I get a box down here, or is that completely the wrong approach? And I can get an elemental down there. It's not even hard. I don't think that's gonna be part of the solution. It doesn't seem possible. Although, it's not like I have any better ideas than trying to sacrifice this box and then make something work afterwards. I've created a complete traffic jam. Excellent. It seems like I need to eliminate one of them. Yeah, this is what I was talking about before. But I have used the box that previously was the left box in a way which did not fill in the left hole. Let's see. I could get... I think I only needed to cross this hole once, so if I could get an elemental through... But the only elemental I can get through is this one, which was needed for the right hole. Because if I try to take any other elemental down, it's pinned to this wall. I mean, it seems like if I could jump over a single hole, the puzzle would be solved. That seems to be the case a lot. If only it were possible to get some sort of cape of jumping over holes. I think I'm gonna give up on this one for now, considering the recording time. So, yeah.